rolling.
Nice.
We are rolling.
Yay. Do you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? Is that why that's there?
My brother's been teaching me.
Ooh.
I've learned the first few steps, but now it's been like a couple months, so I think I've fully forgotten the first couple steps.
You'd be surprised. Honestly, I learned when I was a kid because I would go through like ADHD hyperfixation and it's muscle memory. Like I don't know, I couldn't explain it, but my body just like
really
not solve it though. I can get like the whole bottom done and then, and then I lose it.
Man, yeah, I never got close. I got to where it's like the four corners are the same.
Oh, really?
Like there's all these steps. Like first, each side needs to have the four corners being the same color.
Yeah.
And then from there, Ryan, help! Ryan, help! I want to be able to do it though.
I just looked on YouTube and it was literally like step by step guy teaches the algorithm. The guy's name was Dan Brown.
Dan Brown, I'm coming for you.
He was like, it was his whole thing. He was like the most viewed YouTube video of all time for a little bit.
Wow.
I know.
I'm sure during the quarantine, a lot of people were like,
oh, yeah.
Rubik's Cubes. And
there's so many things that I did that before the quarantine, like when I was a kid, that when the quarantine hit, I was like, I should take up cup stacking again.
That's so funny. You know what I did, which was such a kid thing, which as an adult is so weird? I got a typing class.
Oh,
with like the ninja where you like jump it and see how fast you could type.
Yeah.
I just practiced typing.
We used to learn on Mavis Beacon typing.
Yes.
I just learned Mavis Beacon is not a real person. I always thought that she was like the greatest typist of all time.
Of
course,
like, she goes down in history.
Literally, I was like, she is the John Madden of typing, but she's a made-up person. Just
don't you dare say by a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
so I know. Also, I was like, she was a black woman on the cover of every like whatever operating typing.
Yeah, we're motivated here.
Yeah, so I was like, she's probably one of the first black women to ever lead a video game franchise. Turns out she's made up. She's not even a real black woman at all.
I want to know who did this.
I know.
Who lied to us.
Also, Mavis Beacon, hell of a name to make up.
Now that you think about it,
yeah,
totally made up name.
I know. Mavis, all right. Beacon, never heard a person, never met a Mr. Beacon before.
Never. I think it's so weird how now I like learning, but back then, no.
Yeah.
I want to learn nothing.
I know. I just signed up for online college. I've been doing
Ooh, that's fun.
It is kind of. It was like it was like in a depressive episode. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not working. I have so much free time. I'm doing stand-up, and I'm going to sign up for online college. And then I did it, and then like 2 weeks went by, and I was like, oh, that manic episode is gone. Now I just have to do this. Now I'm committed to
for a whole semester.
Yeah.
Or keep going. That's like the way bigger version of when you're hyped up on caffeine and make plans with friends.
Yeah, right.
And then the crash goes down, and I'm like, no.
I know.
No.
I'm so bad at that. I have friends that are really, really good at maintaining friendships. But I have no problem going, I actually don't want to do this anymore. I would rather not.
I have talked to my therapist about that.
Really?
And I think I get it from my mom because we just like get over it's like if it's not working.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want it.
I don't want to do it. My friends make so much. They call me Larry David because it's like I have people come over to my house and we're all like hanging out and we're drinking, and then it gets to that part where you're just waiting for someone to go, all right. Like there's nobody wants to be the first person, so they all. Yeah. But then it's my house, so I can't leave. So that I have no quorums with being just like, okay. Out you go.
Yeah.
Super Bowl's over. It's been over for a few hours. We're watching whatever American Idol comes on after the Super Bowl. It's time for you guys to go.
That's amazing. I'm not that good.
Really? Oh,
no.
I'm brilliant.
Oh,
yeah,
I
really
need to get better
so
at that.
I don't have many friends, so it's give it a take.
It's okay. I think that the best is small groups.
Yeah, I think so too.
I never, besides when I was like maybe in college and there was those girls that had like this giant friend group from high school, and I see them now. They're still like besties. but that's more of like romanticizing than to me what it would really be like.
Yeah.
Like I've got my 2 best friends since middle and high school. And then here I've got my stand-up friends and comedy friends.
Yeah. But like, who would you ask to pick you up from the airport?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't have that. I have like a few friends I would feel comfortable asking. But
Yeah.
most of them, it's like, I don't even want, not that I don't want to ask them to go get me from the airport. It's I don't want to be in the car with them for an hour taking me home.
That is so funny. Do you have that as a joke? Because that's the funniest shit. I did not see that coming.
Write it
Okay.
down.
That's great. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I guess it's in the same sense. I just don't want like it to lead to a hang.
Yeah.
Like my friend Caleb, I always call. I'm like, let me take you out to eat. Let's spend this money together rather than on an Uber.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's like boyfriend and Caleb, and I will pay $100 Uber to not have to have an IOU hang.
I know. I also have friends that are good at the Irish goodbye. I'm not. I feel so. I have to like say goodbye, even if it's too early. I have to be like, it was a pleasure, absolute pleasure.
That's good. That's assertiveness. You're not like. That's like.
I tried.
Yeah.
I was at my friend's boss is like this like big Hollywood producer and has this like big mansion in the Hollywood Hills that was hosting this for some celestial. He always has a celestial event like eclipse or whatever it was. I don't know what. It was the comet. That comet that was coming by. Okay. And it was all like literally maybe 125 people in this like it felt like boogie nights. Like it was just a packed Hollywood Hills party. And I was there like sequestered with my 7 friends that I actually know, and we were hanging out, and then they left. And I had to consciously, I was like smoking, so I was a little paranoid. And I was constantly going, I want to stay here and do the thing that people do at parties. Like I want to commune with my fellow man. Yeah. And then maybe 10 minutes went by, and I was like, I can't do this. I have to get out of here.
But you tried.
I kind of tried.
You kind of tried.
I walked up to my friend whose boss like runs the place, and he's his personal assistant. And I walked up and I was like, "Oh, you're working on this thing?" And then his boss came up and was like, "You're taking Jordan time. Get away from him." So, time for me to go.
Okay, yeah, that would be a quick leave.
It's hard.
It's so awkward when you're standing in a circle. Oh, like yesterday, I was at my friend's, and this is one of my best friends I grew up with. She moved out here, and I never get to see her because comedy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel awful. The drive home, I was like, I feel so bad. Like, this is one of my best friends. She moved out to, like, what are the chances?
That's fun.
For not, and I never see her.
Yeah.
Because I'm just always, it's just, her schedules it. And she lives on the west side, and just, I never
That's
see
enough. If you live, like, 5 miles away in LA, you're never going to see
I'm
you.
sorry. We'll see each other in the afterlife. But there was this one point where she was inside doing something, and it was just like a group of dudes, and Matt and I were trying to just like be in the circle, and they're all talking about their regular day jobs, like so like the quarter 4.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we were like, we just looked at each other and we just listened for a second, and then I was like, I guess like we talk about comedy. I guess it's like the same as I'm talking about quarter 4.
I guess. But everybody knows what comedy is. Like, you can't talk about like quarter 4 reports and be like, oh yeah, my quarter. We don't know what that is.
No, we do have a lot of mics.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like I have anything inside of me that wants to know what quarter 4 is.
I didn't ask.
Like the last 3 months of the year, right?
Football?
Football? Is it, yeah. Football, I think I get that part. It's the most exciting part of football and basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not what they're talking about.
They're talking about quarterly reports?
I don't ever want to know.
Me neither.
I don't ever.
My brother is does data analytics for a company called Claro, and I have such a vague idea of what he does. Like he writes surveys. And the other day I was at a bar after a show, and this guy came up to me, and I was like with a group of friends, like my girlfriend and a few other my friends. And this guy was just one of those people that was just gung-ho on talking to me and like, what's up? And what's your name? And where are you from? And I just lied to him and was like, he was like, where'd you go to college? And my brother went to Berkeley. I didn't go to college, except for now online, Southern New Hampshire University. And I just went like, I went to Berkeley. I do data analytics. Just told him what my brother does.
Oh my God.
And then it turns out this guy also does data analytics for a company. And I was
it is a Curb episode.
This is so scary. And then I had to like, he was like, have I heard of you? Did you publish a report? I very well did publish a report. Yes. in Business Weekly magazine.
Yeah, classic. That's a safe
right?
bet.
I bet it exists. I bet Business Weekly magazine, if not monthly.
Yeah, not quarterly.
Yeah, probably. It should be quarterly. No one's buying print anymore.
No. So what, did you end up like backstepping out of the conversation?
Yeah, I ended up getting out of it, and then a friend of my girlfriend's that was there with us ended up like flirting and getting his Instagram, and I was like, well, now this guy's eventually, if I ever see this guy again, he's going to have to, like, he asked for my Twitter. He was one of those weird dudes. It's like, you do we do the same thing. Let me get your Twitter. You on Twitter? And then I was like, yeah, I'm on Twitter. Gave him like my personal Twitter. And then and I'm like, I am caught. I was trying to be cool and mysterious.
You're busted.
I'm just a fucking liar.
He's totally going to look up your Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
If he asks for it.
And then just trying to, he's like, this guy's really good at improv. He had me believing that he was doing this.
It's kind of fun, though.
Yeah. I hear people talk about doing it all the time, like going in and pretending to be somebody else, but myself is already so exciting that I feel like I can't make up something that's better than what I actually do.
That's very true. I would panic. I would say the wrong name and get that far, turn bright red, and say, I gotta go to the bathroom.
What's your name? Tom Brady, run!
That's so funny. Yeah. Wait. So what are you going to school for?
I'm going to school to get a creative writing degree.
That's
with
cool.
English. Yeah, because I love writing, and I was like, I wanted to not feel, because the manic depressive episode happened because I was just like, I got close on this sitcom that was coming, and I ended up not getting it, and it was like it was so sad. Honestly, the story of me finding, like, the day before I got the call that it was going in another direction was I was like, I'm just, it makes me so sad, and I thought this was gonna be it, and there's been a lot of like space in between jobs for me. So I went up to Malibu Creek State Park.
Oh, I love it there. I'm so mad that it burned down the Paramount Studios part.
I know, it's so sad. But I went during the like rainstorm that we just had.
Oh.
So it was so, like, obviously, because like in an Alanis Morissette video, yeah, my mascara was running down my face. But I like went up and didn't see a single person the entire time, and was just trying to get that like cathartic, I'm upset about this. I got the call like for sure it wasn't happening while I was there. I went up on this like little tiny path, like a mile up this really skinny path, and hadn't seen a person the entire time. And I was like, I want to do that thing that they do in movies where they like, because it always seems to make them feel better. And I really wanted to scream, and then I go up there, and I'm really anxious about it. I'm like, what if somebody thinks I'm in trouble, or what if, I don't know, just what if somebody hears? I kind of commit to it and scream a little bit, and then I like work up the courage, and then it's literally maybe a measure into my 16 measure screaming sesh. I scream, and a guy rounds the fucking corner on this narrow thing, but not just any man. A completely naked man.
No.
Running barefoot, like naked.
What?
All he had was a fanny pack on, and his little tiny balls and penis shriveled up in the cold. And he ran by me and goes, hey man, you all right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm okay. He goes, I'm on a mud run. And then just ran away. And
oh my God.
It was so shocking. And it was one of those things where I was like in this mode where I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel directionless. And then something happened. I was like, well, I got to write that into something, because that was the most outrageous thing that could have possibly happened.
You couldn't write that. I always say, like, curb-wise and everything, like, all of these things that are real seem like when you're watching a show and you're like, that would never happen. Yeah. But they do happen.
They do. And this guy was like, I'm on a mud run. Like, that's the last question I have. Why you're running in the rain is not why I'm weirded out by why you're here.
And the fanny pack is the best part.
And then I was thinking of getting a picture of him, but then I was like, I just don't want to be caught taking a picture of this naked man, have had that altercation. But I have a picture on my phone. I tracked him because he left bare footprints in the mud, because it was raining, for like 2 miles back down to the parking lot.
Also, you have to be like, I need some proof that I just like didn't just black out
literally
and see this. It's like a big Bigfoot sighting.
Exactly.
Little Wang sighting.
Little Ween sighting in Malibu Creek State Park.
That's insane. And yes,
so weird.
You need to you could make that into a stand-up.
Part of me is like, it's not even like if I was going to make it into something, I would have to bring the audience into that entire situation. Because, like, there's even if I say, like, oh, then a naked man ran by me, they'd be like, Los Angeles. But it's never,
No.
it was just the circumstance and the fact that it was raining and the fact that he seemed like a totally normal dude.
Yeah.
If he was, like, yammering crazy nonsense, I'd be like, oh, there goes the Malibu Creek naked little ween man. But no, it was just seemed like, that guy's a professor at UCLA.
Totally. This is just his thing. This is his hobby.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're like about to just have this moment and then that happened is so funny.
And then I just had to walk back down, fully clothed like a loser.
Oh, you need to get that scream out still.
I know. It's still there. It's still
I'm
here.
sure
inside
you
me.
get yeah.
I know.
Fuck.
Ay.
Oh, that is really freaking amazing though.
Yeah,
But that's
right?
gold.
I guess. I tried to tell it on stage the other day, and it was like you were saying, where they're not like believing me. I think they're thinking I'm making some fantastical story, but it's not. It's apparently not out of the realm of possibility because it happened. Yeah.
Maybe it could be like a short film, but I think that's no. That has to be told on stage because it. It has to. It has to. Believe him, everybody. He's not lying.
Real. It was so funny because the entire time, like it was. I feel I'm not a religious person by any means, but there's that thing when people say where they're like, just when you need something, it'll happen. And I didn't get a job, which I actually needed. I didn't get something that's gonna pay me, but I did get something that completely snapped me out of the sad moping up the hill thing.
I think that was totally handed to you. There's no way that's just like all of that build up and then that.
That guy was in his car like, let me get naked for that little sad boy I'm watching walk up the mountain by himself.
That's great. And like a lot of like universe type talk things, because I'm not religious either.
Yeah.
But I do like stuff like that. There's something.
Yeah.
But they always say that the universe is very comical.
Yeah.
I mean, and holy shit.
I know,
that
right?
is very comical.
The timing of the universe is impeccable.
It's beautiful.
I could have seen that naked dude on any other part of my run. I just would have been like, oh, man.
Yeah.
There goes another naked dude.
That timing.
Yeah, but it was perfect. At first, his first reaction was, are you okay? Like, are you okay, dude? What happened to your clothes?
Just make a web series. That's the first episode, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, just one series, one episode of a web series.
Yep. Remember when web series were a thing?
I know. I think there's still a thing. I just auditioned for this show that is being made for Freevee that's based on a web series. And they were like, based on the highly acclaimed web series. I was like, fucking year is it?
Yeah, wow.
Isn't every Netflix show technically a web
series?
Right?
Maybe it's the time to make one when no one is making them.
Yeah. But there was a time where every comedian we knew was like, I have a web series. It's about it's the classic story of a guy fighting depression and he works in blank. That's always what it is.
That is spot on.
Every short film you watch, it's like, it's this crazy monster, but then you find out the monster's in his own head because he has depression. Yeah, dude, it's always. Do you know why? We're all depressed. The world is awful, and we're depressed.
They just want to just get it out through acting.
I need to heal myself through acting.
Acting. Oh, you know what I just started watching? Have you seen Beef yet?
No,
Ali Wong?
No, I've heard it's good though.
Holy shit.
Is it great?
Yeah, I started it yesterday. I watched 5 episodes.
Oh, I thought it was
it's
a movie.
Show. I thought it was a movie too.
Oh.
10 episodes. I'm on 5. So I text my best friend Grace, and Grace, and I was like, cause we always like share shows. I'm like, have you seen Beef yet? And she goes, yeah, it gets really dark. I had nightmares. To this point,
it's fine.
It's fine. And I'm like, wait, I'm like in full panic. Like, it's late. What do you mean? What is gonna happen?
Yeah, and then you're expecting it the whole time.
Yeah, and now still episode 4. Nothing yet. So I'm just on full edge.
Okay, what is the story of it?
So Ali Wong's a famous, I don't know, how do you say it? Plants. Fancy, expensive plants and vases, vases.
A planter?
She's a planter.
Gardener? Indoor gardener?
Indoor.
How do you, herbiculturist?
Herbiculturist. I don't know.
Sounds good. Sounds right.
So she's a famous herbiculturist and makes tons of money And so I can, you know what? I can explain it. Reset.
I'd love to see you pitch this show to get made. She's a famous plant lady.
Big lover of plants, but doesn't love her job. Typical. So, okay, got it.
And action.
So, Beef with Ali Wong. It is a classic story of two people that get in really bad road rage. Opposite lives, same stimming of anger and stress from their lives. And from this road rage, they both don't let it go. And now their lives start intertwining.
Oh, okay.
Beef.
Hell of a log line.
Oh!
Well done.
Oh my God.
You should make that show.
I should. Beef 2. It's
double beef.
It's called Angus Beef. Did you like the movie Angus? Do you like the show Beef? I've actually never seen the movie Angus.
I don't even know what the movie Angus is.
My friend Chappelle keeps telling me to watch it. He loves the
Chappelle
soundtrack.
Lacey?
Yeah.
Mm.
He loves I love Green Day, and he's like, Green Day.
I love Green Day.
Oh my God. He met some of them the other day, and there's going to the show. I was about to cancel my show and meet him in Arizona to go. I was like, if I met Billy Joe Armstrong,
yeah,
my life would be over.
He's like the age of my dad, though.
Really?
Yeah, he's like 50 something now.
Yeah, I guess he's been killing it for a while.
He's been killing it for a while.
He got me through high school.
There was this moment when I was like I guess I was maybe a freshman in high school, maybe a little bit younger, and there was a concert called Not So Silent Night that was put on in the Bay Area, and it was like a bunch of like bands playing, and I can't remember who the band that was supposed. It was like Wolf Mother or Muse or something.
Ooh, I love Wolf Mother.
Was supposed to come, and then they dropped out. And the guy that was the DJ for Live 105, the radio station that was putting it on, comes out and goes, "I'm so sorry, but they couldn't make it. Their plane got delayed, and so they're not going to be here tonight. But we have a fun local band that came that'll fill in. Ladies and gentlemen, Green Day." And it was the greatest moment of my fucking life.
Oh, everyone must have went crazy.
So cool. Because they're literally like, they're from Berkeley.
I love the introduction,
it's
too.
So cool. I know. Because he knew what he was doing.
He totally knew what he was doing.
And that was my first concert was American Idiot. Was that
really?
Tour, yeah.
I went to that tour.
So good.
My first one was Reliant K.
Sick.
I won tickets on 95.5.
Oh, are they still around, Reliant K?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Every once in a while, you have a band like that you really liked, and then you look and they're like been releasing music regularly, and you're like, oh, poor Reliant K.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw this guy wearing a band shirt. I forgot what it was. It was some screamo band that I liked in high school, you know, my emo
AFI,
days, something like that. And I was like, oh, I used to love that band. And he was with his bros, and they said, used to. And they just started making fun of him. Because I guess they still do music.
Yeah. That's what my dad used to say all the time. Like, well, if Rolling Stones are releasing new music, where are they playing it? They're not playing it on the radio. Where's that music going?
Dad stuff is the best.
I know.
That's so funny.
He's got some animosity towards Rolling Stones releasing new music. Just let them be old dudes having fun, Dad.
Mm-hmm. You see them on billboards at casinos.
Yeah, exactly.
I've lately been getting a lot of commercials for bands. Like there's an Incubus commercial that's regulating YouTube TV right now.
Huh. I love Incubus.
I know.
I loved Incubus.
I loved Incubus.
Again, if they're releasing new music, I'm not listening to it.
But I'm sure it's probably still good.
Yeah.
It won't hit the same.
It won't hit the same.
That's like when you have someone to watch one of your favorite nostalgic movies.
Ugh.
Never do that.
Yeah, I know. It's the worst.
You're just watching them and you're like...
My girlfriend's never seen Star Wars before.
Really?
So I was like, I love, like, Star Wars is like a big part of my personality. So I was like,
sure,
you're going to watch the first Star Wars. And then I'm sitting there just going like, is this stupid? Does this movie does this suck?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a gamble.
It is a gamble.
I kind of prefer just to... I watch them with my brother. We grew up on them together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember showing an ex a long time ago, Garden State, because I love it.
I love Garden State.
The soundtrack.
I was literally just gonna say the soundtrack, like all the Shins.
The whole soundtrack.
Yeah, it's so good.
Green Eyes. Yeah, I love the Shins ever since Garden State.
Yeah.
Showed it to him and he hated it. Ruined Garden State for me. No, he didn't. It ruined him.
Well, Zach Braff just released a new movie, and it's like it's the same like thing as Incubus releasing new music. Zach Braff makes a new movie. I'm like, all right, buddy, Scrubs is over. My guy.
We'll stick to the T-Mobile commercials. What are they? Spectrum commercials?
Yeah, with him and Donald Faison. Yeah. That's so fun. Somebody was just talking to me about how I did a Disney Channel show for like 4 years. Somebody's like, you should do a podcast where you like in retrospect talk about the Disney show.
You should.
And there's something that feels innately like
like going back.
like yeah, like I don't know. And while there's like and now I feel like I look like an asshole. Sorry. But everybody that's like the Office ladies have the podcast.
They
like Jenna
do.
Fisher and
Yeah.
Angela Kinsley have, and there's a bunch of like Saved by the Bell podcasts with like. And I just want, I am so worried I'm going to die in a train crash and they're going to go, Disney Channel star Joey Bragg, dead to drink. I was like, I need more credits. I need something that isn't just going to be when I was 17, I did this show.
That's true.
And now he's dead at 30. And we're still talking about that
No, this ain't Glee.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I do agree with that though. From my judgmental mind, I did see like the Office podcast and think it was slightly sad.
Yeah, but they're making bank, I'm
So
sure.
you can't blame
I
them.
know.
But
'Cause I need bank.
You can go a different direction.
Yeah.
I was thinking like a podcast about like not talking about the show, but like just interviewing other people in the same industry.
Yeah.
Type
right?
of thing.
That's fun. I had a podcast for a long time called The Dudes of Future Past. That was me and my buddy Kurt Long. And he like moved away to Canada. Kurt, we miss you.
No.
He moved away to Canada, and so we stopped doing the podcast. But he was also like I was saying with all this equipment, he had all the equipment.
No!
So it's like I can't. I'm not
Kurt,
gonna bring it back.
get back here.
I'm not gonna like invest in some. I don't know.
Yeah,
so
it's a
much money,
lot.
and now I'm in school.
Oh, what
yeah,
are you gonna do? You got to get another sitcom.
I know. I really do.
You will.
I will.
You will.
I will.
You will.
Yeah,
You
come on.
will.
Come on,
You
ABC.
will.
Pick back up. Call your mother.
Call your mother. I want NBC. I want to, work on the same station. I used to be obsessed with Saturday Night Live.
Oh, me too. I still am.
I still am. I mean, like obsessed with being on Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live. Still love Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
But I was telling Liz the other day, I was like, they say, like I used to like be like, I'm gonna get on it. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, I'll just focus on comedy.
Have you auditioned for it?
No.
Oh, that in and of itself is
Right?
like, just difficult.
That's-
Just 3 characters for. I don't do characters. Like I do everything. Every time I act, I'm just myself in doing those lines. So, like I do stand up, so I don't have anything. It's just, it's so intimidating.
I do agree that like a lot of people you watch movies like, oh, they always play the same thing. I'm like, let me do that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
I
that.
don't want to play the same thing.
Let me be me. Exaggerated.
And then every once in a while, you do like a really, really heartfelt thing where you have a little bit of a southern twinge to your voice. And then you win an Oscar.
Oh, fun. Oh, I was asking Matt this yesterday on the drive home. I don't know, random. My mom always does this, and I always like to do random questions. So I asked him, let's see what your answer would be.
Okay.
What do you think is the best comedic actor or stand-up comedian? Let's say stand-up comedian. See, he went off board. The best stand-up comedian that became a dramatic actor. Best stand-up comedian that became a comedic actor.
I don't know. Became a comedic actor? Became a...
Oh, yeah. Became an actor, in the dramatic
actor?
roles. And you could also, if you think of one that's not stand-up.
I mean, yeah, like my mind immediately went to Steve Carell because...
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think he's... like
Beautiful Boy.
Yeah, and like Foxtrot.
I didn't see
Foxtrotter?
I didn't see
Is it
that.
Foxtrot or Foxtrot?
I never saw it.
Oh, it's the wrestling one? It's really good.
Really?
He like wears a bunch of prosthetics and he talks like this. Yeah.
Oh,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I never saw it. That's a good one.
It is, and he's in the Shrink with Domhnall Gleeson.
I want to see that.
Really good. Really,
That one
really
is on
good.
my to-watch list.
But I can't, for some reason, I'm blanking on like stand-ups that became good.
So
dramatic
did Matt.
actors. Yeah.
So I'll just tell you. So he said, he said Bryan Cranston, but
yeah.
not stand-up.
But still, comedic.
And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Mine was Robin Williams.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's
Right.
the classic. So good.
So good.
So good.
Oh.
I-
I mean, I always just keep talking. All right, we should do our weekly wieners.
Oh yeah, weekly wiener.
Weekly wieners.
Oh, I thought about this. You sent me like a prompt for my weekly wiener, and I was like, it's so in the moment. If somebody asked me, I'd be like, oh, so many things bother me. So many people bother me. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, but what specifically?
Right?
But-
it doesn't have to be, though. It could be a broad wiener.
I have a pretty specific wiener.
Okay.
My wiener is, I just got a new general practitioner.
Oh, this is going to be good.
This is a good wiener. This is a
Oh.
top-notch wiener.
Ooh.
So I just got Medi-Cal because I got kicked off my parents' health insurance last year.
Been there. It was a rough year.
It is a rough year. And then signing up for Medi-Cal, like, it's free. I love it. It's great. But it's definitely like one of those things where they count on it being so difficult that you give up, I think. Like, they know that there's so many steps to take.
Yeah.
That the person that is just going to be like, I'd rather not have health insurance than, like, send back paperwork that I messed up.
The packets are huge.
Yeah,
I've got those in the mail, and I was like, what is this, a white pages? Like,
yeah, literally. And then, like, you flip it, and the first 4 pages are English, and then Spanish, French, Dutch. That's why it's so big.
It's so, I don't want it.
I had this new doctor, and I'm not, like, I know that he's a doctor. I trust that I'm seeing a doctor. Like,
Okay.
he went to medical school, I'm sure of it. Or I'm not actually sure of it, but I trust that he told me that he did. Or that he at least is credentialed. Anyway.
Oh, no.
I got this. I got assigned to this doctor. His name is Dr. Oagnes Peronian, which is a fucking Star Wars name.
Melba speaking.
yeah, exactly. And so I went, and my doctor's office is, and I didn't need to go to the doctor. There's nothing wrong with me, but my health insurance really wanted me to get a general checkup, and I haven't gotten a checkup in, like, I don't know, 8 years or something.
It's time.
It's time. And they have to do that thing where they hold your balls and you cough, and that just seems fun.
Oh, I don't get to do that.
You don't get to do that?
I'm like, at least squeeze my tits.
At least squeeze your boobs. But I go into this doctor, and it's like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, I walk in, and he's already flabbergasted, like, already overwhelmed, and he's got a million other things going. There's like, it felt like there was a woman with a cannonball in her chest and a guy whose arm is hanging on by a thread. And then I was like, would you mind just checking me out? Just a normal run around, make sure I'm okay.
Can you do a fun knee thing?
Yeah, I want one knee thing, and you don't hold my balls while I cough. And I went in there, and he was just like, already like, what's going on? And I was like, oh, my insurance wanted me to come in and get checked out, and so that's what I'm doing. He goes, okay, so but nothing's going on. And I go, I'm breaking out on my face. Like, my face, I have a bunch of acne all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So, like, just this, like, last, like, 7 months, it's just started, and I've been trying new things, and I can't get rid of it. And he goes, yeah, that's adult acne. And just like, oh. And I was like, first of all, you don't have to say the adult part. You can just say acne. Like, I know that I'm an adult. It's irrelevant information.
That's so funny.
And then was like, I can write you a referral for a dermatologist. Never did. Never ended up. I've been waiting for it in the mail because he was like, we have to do it old school. We send it in the mail. Never got that.
In the mail?
I know, right? Like, what year is it? You're having your fucking pigeon bring it to me? Come on. And then he, like, the rest of it, and he was like, just so you know, next time, you shouldn't come in unless there's something going on. And then and then goes, is there anything else? What do you want? Do you want me to run blood tests? Like, I don't know, dude.
You should do a blood test. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
When I take my cats to the vet, it's like, I know that veterinarians are like a racket, but they like scan them. They do like blood tests. I just want what my vet does to my cat when I bring my cat in for a checkup.
Is that enough to ask?
Is that too much to ask?
That's a great point.
Just pet me behind the ear and take a little bit of my blood and pee and poo.
And I'd like some milk.
Yeah. And then he was scheduling me for blood work, and then I went to go check out, and they were like, oh, the blood lab is closed. You have to come back next week sometime between 9 and 3. And then I never did because, like, I need a specific time, and I don't want to do it.
And I didn't like him.
I didn't like him at all, and now I need to change my doctor, and it's like you have to wait a month to change your doctor with Medi-Cal, and it's just this whole thing. So that's my wiener. It's Dr. Oagnes Peronian because he made me feel like a nuisance to him. I hated it.
He is a total wiener.
Yeah, part of me was like, I should just stab myself or something because I have a reason for him to see me.
Yeah. I think it's worth the wait for the month to change that doctor.
Oh, I think so too.
I would never want to see him
Not
again.
to mention it's on. I want to if we put this out there and other people are patients of him, I want them to talk. I want them to reach out to me because his office is literally next door to the VIP Showgirls strip club on Victory Boulevard in NoHo.
It isn't that bad, is it?
And part of me was like, is he just rushing me out of here because he wants to go get a lunch
special,
lunch with the boobies and the butts?
Steak.
Yeah,
steak, boobies, and butts.
So I hated it, and that I just like it was my first. I know. I hate to say like first adult outing to the doctor.
Yeah.
But I've never gone to the doctor for like a checkup for any other reason other than like my tummy hurts.
Yeah.
I just felt so neglected.
You were trying to be a good adult. You were adulting.
Yeah, I was adulting.
And you got slapped in the face.
And then I had to go to the strip club next door and get slapped in the face by boobies instead.
I mean,
rock hard boobies.
damn, lunchtime
Stripper boobies. Yeah. And then I walked out with the stripper. She put on scrubs, and she was my nurse.
Oh my God. And she was like, Zach Braff needs to stop.
Yeah. She's like, Florence Pugh is great, but she's doing too much.
Right? I can't believe they dated. So random.
I know, right? And they made that movie, and obviously they're like still friends.
Yeah,
which
they
is
seem
cool.
fine.
They seem fine. She seems cool. He
Yeah.
seems delightful in real life, but
Great taste in music, which I judge people by their music.
yeah, me too.
And he's clearly got that going on.
Yeah, exactly. What did you say? What was the band that you said earlier you really like?
Wolf Mother?
Oh yeah, Wolf. I was thinking of
Green
Reliant
Day?
K.
Reliant K. Yeah.
As soon as you said that, my respect went just a little bit down.
I never said I liked them. I said that was my first concert. Let's clear this up.
All
One
right.
tickets on the radio. I'm an innocent bystander.
How did you win the tickets on the radio?
I still do this to the day. I love calling into the radio
Really?
station to win stuff.
Have you won other things?
Yeah, I
Really?
call in a lot.
Oh, no. I think it's more of a red flag that you listen to the radio.
Only on my this was a problem. There was a gap in time where this wasn't a thing. My last car, which I bought 4 years ago, buying a car sucks.
Oh yeah,
It sucks.
it sucks.
I knew the kind of car I wanted. I wanted a Honda CRV.
Hell, I love those cars.
Great
My friend
car.
has- I just drove to a show because I had to borrow a car. I love that
Wonderful
car.
car.
Yeah.
So I knew it's a reliant car.
Reliant K.
I know I didn't want silver because my last car was silver if I could choose, and I wanted like no Carfax. I got
Check
a
the
silver
Carfax.
car with one Carfax check on it.
Nice.
But the dealership was awesome. Why am I talking about this? I forgot.
I
know.
Radio.
So I get out of the lot. I bought the car.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I still love the car.
bought the car outright. like,
No.
yeah.
I like put down and then payments on a used car.
Okay. I don't know why I imagined you with like a briefcase of cash. Like, 1 CRV, please.
No, non-silver. I'll take the silver.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So 1 Carfax check? That's fine.
My last car, I said, I'm going to buy this car until I'm famous, and then I'll get whatever I
Yeah, I
want.
know.
Next car, that car dies. I'm going to drive this car until I'm and then now I'm at the age where successful, and then drive that car to the ground.
And then in the next one's just going to be, I just want to be happy.
I just want to be healthy then.
Yeah, I do
After
that same
happy, it's
thing.
just healthy.
The place I moved into is like a downgrade from the place I moved out of last time. And I'm
hate
like,
that.
if I have to downgrade again, I can't do it.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I
Sitcom.
won't. Upgrade. Bring it
Oh.
to me, NBC.
Bring it. So yeah, bought the car, left the lot. I go to put on Sirius XM because my car was a downgrade too. My last car had all of the leather seats, all of the
Nice.
things. This car I didn't realize until I left the lot, just the basic model.
Did it have Sirius XM?
No.
No.
No, I know. Luckily, there's the Bluetooth, so I can just do my Spotify.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
You can also, there's a Sirius XM app that they talk about all the time.
We got that. My dad sent me like the old one to put in my car, but I never did it.
Aw.
There's not room. But so now just on my way to the gym, I listen to the radio and just still
Calling in.
tickets. But I've won a few concerts. Yeah.
Wow. I've never met anybody that's first won, but also like likes to call into radio
It's such
stations.
a thrill.
I was just talking to somebody about the radio station I grew up with because I haven't listened to like FM radio waves in a long time.
It's still the same.
Is it still the
Still
same?
the same.
Like, Kevin and Bean in the morning.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew,
Yeah.
pew.
And then the lady who's just like, they all have the same voice. Why
Yeah.
they all have the same
Yeah,
voice?
they're like sultry, deep woman voice.
Oh, yes. There's
Yeah.
a one station. What is it? Where she's like, I don't know what it is, but she's like, the love station. So today we have Bill on the line. Bill, so who did you want to give some acknowledges to that say that how much you love them? And he goes, hey, I'm just like wanting to call and tell my wife Cindy that like I'm so happy. She's been with me for so long. She puts up with so much. That's great. What song do you want to play for her? And then he's like, you choose one. They always say you choose one. All right.
Non-specific.
Yeah.
I don't love her that much.
we don't have a song, but that's a PM station.
I always think whenever I hear those on the radio, it's like such a spur of my anxiety to think of what if they're not listening to the radio at that time when that happens?
Right? You know they're not.
You know they're not.
They're
What are the
not.
odds of that? You don't call in and they're like, make sure she listens at 3:35 p.m. on Tuesday. Like, they're just going to put it in where they need time.
Yeah. So is he really doing it for her or for him?
Exactly. I think it's for him. I don't even think he's really married.
I don't think he is either.
If he was married, he'd have a song in mind.
I think
Reliant K.
Right? Whose love song's not Reliant K? Wait, I threw you off though. Wait, so your friend, the radio. Do you remember? I might have talked over it.
No, I don't think so. Friend radio.
Friend radio. You were talking to your friend
About the radio.
about the radio.
That there was this thing when I was a kid where they would be like, name that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do that still?
I remember that.
They would be
Not
like,
still.
like, name that sound. And then you'd have to be like, that's a carton of milk being ripped open or something.
Did you guys play that?
No. I was just
Oh.
talking about it, and it felt like a fever dream because everybody I talked to about it had never heard about that before, and maybe it was like just my local radio station.
No, I feel like that's totally a thing.
It's got to be a thing. I was thinking you maybe had won like Aerosmith tickets to naming
After
Plank of Wood hit by nail.
I would win that. That's like when I feel like the same thing. No one remembers this. The ABC dog. There were these Weimaraners when you were a kid. It was a VHS, and the Weimaraners would go into the shape of letters and teach you letters as a kid.
I do not remember that.
No one does.
Yeah.
Did it happen?
Was it a Mandela effect?
Might have been.
That's weird.
I still don't know my letters.
Well, that's a sideways Weimaraner and two Weimaraners on top of each other.
Yeah. Maybe I should just Google it.
I'm sure it exists. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's some Mandela effects though that I think like really scare me.
I know.
And then if you go on TikTok, all the kids on TikTok, all the comments are like, "Well, this is because we split dimensions when we accidentally jump into another dimension."
Damn it, I did it again.
Damn it! There are those videos where people are like, I am so skeptical of everything. I can't believe with ghosts. Like, I don't believe in ghosts, but I also don't want to be convinced about ghosts because that'll just open up. Like, I've already completed the thoughts on things, and I don't want there to be like open-ended. What if they're ghosts and whatever? Like, I just don't want to know.
Completely agree.
But I refuse to believe it. I think people that do are dumb.
You get cast in a sitcom about ghosts.
Yeah, right. Damn
I love ghosts.
Foiled again. But there's so many people on TikTok that'll like post videos. Like this woman posted this video where she was like, I bought these shoes for my daughter. And then she was like, and I remember last night putting them away in my daughter's closet. And then I come out today and there's this pair of shoes. And I was like, oh, I must have forgotten to put them back in my daughter's closet. And I pick them up and I go to put them back. And then there's another pair of shoes and they're like identical. And they have like the same writing on the bottom. And my friends were all sending it back and forth being like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But then I have to be the voice of, we're watching this and it has like 300,000 views. And that is enough incentive for her to fake this weird story about splitting dimensions.
Yep.
And because like she got what she wanted from it.
She totally did.
We were sending it back and forth. We're talking about it. She's viral.
Easy lie, too.
Easy lie.
Put shoes there, put other shoes there.
Yeah.
All she had to do was buy another pair of shoes.
And everybody was like, listen to her breathing. You can tell she's not lying because of how taken aback she is and how scared she is.
No.
It's so silly.
Everything is fake. It's all fake.
Growing up, like I grew up with like the internet became like YouTube first was a huge thing when I was in like middle school. And so I saw the entire arc of what people are willing to do to be famous on YouTube.
So much.
I don't believe a lick of it anymore.
No.
All those like prank videos.
They're all fake.
They're all fake. Except for that guy. Did you see that guy got shot?
No.
Yeah, this guy was like, I'm a YouTube prankster, which is now just code for I'm an asshole to people on camera. And he got shot by somebody because he was like doing some YouTube silly thing and then got shot by a guy in a mall.
Was it on camera?
I think so.
Is he alive?
I think so.
I like that I asked if it was on camera before I asked if he was alive.
Can I see it? That's also the problem with, and I don't mean to like go off on tangents this whole time, but
that's the point of the podcast.
That's the podcast, baby. Misery Loves Mandy.
Yeah.
But there's like when I was a kid, I watched those ISIS beheading videos.
Really?
And, like, 2 Girls, 1 Cup. It's like,
I mean, I watched that, but those are very different
very
videos.
different. I guess.
You just put them together like it was the same kind of
They're
video.
on the same website.
That's so funny.
When I was a kid, I remember.
Oh my god!
I remember thinking when I was a kid watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup, being like,
so weird.
why do they use the cup? Like, are they grossed out getting it on their hands?
Yeah, why? What was the cup?
Yeah, they're eating it. So, like, why not just cup your hands?
Or a bowl.
Or a bowl.
Better opening. Bigger opening.
Easier.
A cup?
And but there was so many, like, of those videos that you watch and you realize, like, oh, that's going to stick with me forever. Like, makes your heart stop. You watch, like, somebody die on camera. And it's just made me so desensitized to that now. Like, I watch something happen. I'm like, oh, I wish there was a better angle. I wish I could watch the head roll away.
A real life thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm still not good at that. I was telling my friend Julia that it was on the last episode. I watched this volcano documentary.
Oh, yeah. Fire of Love?
No, that's one of the things she was talking about. Is that the French one?
Yeah.
That's what she was talking about. Never saw that. This was called White Island.
Okay.
I won't get into it again. Fucked me up.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a volcano exploded on tourists and them talking about it. And I was like into some tears. I'm still too sensitive with you. I mean, that's just real life.
Yeah. Also, that's one of those things that happens in cartoons all the time that you don't think actually happens to people. Like getting killed by a volcano? What?
Yeah.
That's not
it's
real.
Just stick it to the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they always say. They're like, I always thought quicksand was going to be a big thing when I was a kid.
Yeah, a lot of quicksand.
I never once when I was a kid where I was like, I'm going to have to watch out for quicksand. I didn't think that.
No. Where is it only like, well, not, is there quicksand in the United States?
I don't know. I would go out on a limb and say no.
Oh, I've never done this. I just put this Alexa in here. Alexa, is there quicksand in the Is there quicksand? Oh. Yeah, Alexa, is there quicksand in the United States?
From ScienceTimes.com, quicksand is most common in the marshy coasts of Florida.
Oh.
In southern Utah,
Marshy.
and northern Arizona.
Oh my God.
Utah, Arizona, and Florida. Oh my God, I'm terrified.
Utah, Arizona, the Mormons and the trashy Floridians are drowning in.
Yeah.
That sucks. Oh, yeah, you're a trashy Floridian. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I am. I'm proud. I'm proud.
Yay.
Yay. Better than Utah.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Sorry, Seth.
Oh, yeah, right?
I think that quicksand is one of those things that in real life is just mud. I don't think it's like in the cartoons it's like sand that you're thinking of. But I think when they're like the marshy coast, I think it's just like thick mud.
That's like in what's that movie? Where blanking.
Quicksand.
It's the movie where who plays my brain farting. I'm kind of got it. They all pretend to be they're actors and then they turn into real life.
Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
when he falls in muddy quicksand.
Yeah.
That's probably
That's
what it's
quicksand
really
is.
like.
Yeah.
Because movies are real.
Movies are real.
Especially that movie.
Yeah. Star Wars, real. Happened.
All of it. All Looney Tunes, real.
That was what I was just thinking when people were like, I thought quicksand was going to be. I thought like dog snatchers were going to be something that you just like drove around and saw a guy with a big net running to catch stray dogs.
Totally.
In real life, those dogs just get hit by cars.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The dog snatcher is the front of your Honda CRV.
No, not mine. Just got it washed.
Oh no! Oh yay!
Okay, wait. What wiener was I gonna say?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Tangents, baby. I love it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do the most recent wiener. I was in San Diego over the weekend.
Cool.
This is a classic wiener. This is a very broad wiener. But hotels with thin walls.
Oh yeah.
We were at a Hilton Garden Inn. You know, we like to stick to the names we know.
yeah, the trustworthy names.
Yep. It was one of the cheaper hotels on the list. Still not cheap, but in downtown San Diego.
Garden Inns are nice.
Yeah, it was fine. But the reviews were like thin walls. The walls are so thin. Don't stay here. And we're like, walls schmalls.
Yeah, they're all thin.
They're all thin. It's a hotel.
I've never been in a hotel and been like, thick walls here.
That's so funny. Never. You don't get that. So the walls were so thin.
Oh, like.
And you could hear the guys next to us. It was a woman and a guy. We didn't know if they were having sex at one point, which is, get it.
Expected, yeah.
But then we're like, maybe he's just breathing. We could hear their breathing. They're breathing every breath. And this guy was sick. They both had coughs. They were both madly coughing and breathing and maybe fucking. And I'm pretty sure their bathroom wall was attached to like the door there's like the door instead of a wall, you know,
Yeah,
where you can
yeah.
easily go like, peekaboo.
Yeah, are you guys fucking or coughing?
Are you okay? Yeah. We just need to know. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So it was just like we woke up to it, and then you know, so everyone who works there has to know the walls are thin.
Yeah.
But the workers I swear to God, would just be standing in the halls chatting. So you can just hear workers in one corner, coughing on the other, and just like.
That's a nightmare.
But the coughing was gross.
Yeah, especially post-COVID, coughing is a whole new meaning.
Yeah, and we're like, the doors, they're coming.
Put towels under the doors.
Yeah, stop it. And it was just nasty. And we're like, oh.
I think I'd rather people be fucking than coughing.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'd rather hear like sex and be like, they're having a good time.
Yeah, they're feeling
than, like,
good.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't.
Their throat must ache.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get sick from them fucking.
No, exactly.
Maybe momentarily.
Yeah, you could.
But
yeah, you might get like physical.
Yeah, like ugh.
Depending. I just heard my friend's roommate. I was spending the night at my girlfriend's house, and I heard noises from the other thing, and it was that when you hear something that is definitely sex, but also you're like, why is he breathing so hard? Like,
yeah.
Now I just have questions. It's not like I'm weirded out. I just want to know, like, I wish I could peek my head and be like, just checking out what position you guys are doing, because he's breathing awfully hard.
You need to get in better shape, buddy. I'm worried about your health.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
isn't good if you can't get through 30 seconds.
Thin walls. My apartment has really thin walls.
Really?
Yeah, I hear my neighbors snoring when I'm sleeping. Yeah, I put on like brown
neighbor
noise. Yeah.
What is brown noise?
It's like I thought it was the noise that makes you poop, but that's brown note. Supposedly
there's a noise that makes you poop.
I think it's from South Park, but I grew up thinking it was real, but apparently there's like a noise, like a note that you make that makes you poop. And
brown note.
But brown noise is like, I don't know, busier than white noise maybe. I mean, if this is my impression of white noise, this is my impression of brown noise. It's virtually the same. And my friend was like, you should try pink noise. It's like a woman-centric noise for sleeping. But
no way.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different colored noises.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I need to look into this. This is exciting.
I have to put it on because it's either that or I hear my neighbor Manny snoring every night.
Manny.
I know.
Stop.
Also, it's like that kind of like I had to talk to a friend of mine when every time we were sleeping in the same room. Where I was like, you're snoring not to where like it's annoying me, but to where I'm worried about you. Like I'm worried that you have sleep apnea or that you're gonna sometimes just stop breathing in your sleep. And I feel the same way about Manny.
Man, that's not good.
Yeah, it's like he's doing bong rips while he's sleeping.
I am so happy I don't snore, that Matt doesn't snore.
Oh yeah, good.
I think also I feel like it seems like you start snoring more the older you get.
I think so, yeah, because all dads snore.
I don't know a dad that doesn't snore.
Never met a dad that doesn't snore.
Grandpas,
right?
Snore even
louder.
That's
their whole thing. They snore. They fall asleep in their chair in the living room. They're snoring.
They're snoring.
Babies, they coo. They coo while they sleep.
Just a coo.
I'd love to just watch a little kid sleep. Oh, silent little kid sleeping.
And then once it wakes up, run for it.
Yeah. It wasn't here. Run. I used to have to be in when I was like doing stand up before I could like go places on my own, and my dad would like come and stay in the hotel wherever we were staying. Like he would snore, and I would realize that if I would be like, Dad, you're snoring, he would wake up and be like, what the fuck? I was asleep. Why are you waking me up? So I would just make a really high-pitched noise that would wake him up, but he wouldn't be able to know. He wouldn't know that it was me making the noise.
Yeah.
So while he was snoring, I would just go like, and he would wake up, and I would pretend to be asleep, and then he would stop snoring, and then I had like a 30-minute window to fall asleep before he started snoring again.
That's smart.
I know.
That reminded me of that. Remember that really beeping noise you'd put on in class that only the teacher could hear because we were all too young? There was this like, this wouldn't like, this was messed up, but when everyone in high school was doing it, there was this noise you could put on your phone that was like, like a really loud, just one note.
And the teacher could hear it or couldn't hear it?
The teacher could hear it. Oh.
I always thought it was the kids can and the teacher can't.
But why would we do that?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
You might be right. It's been so long I can't remember. But why would we do? This is so funny. We hear this annoying noise and the teacher can't hear it.
Yeah. That's just screwing you guys up.
But that has to be what it is. Otherwise, how would we know?
Yeah. Curious there and curious there. At the same time, you were terrified of quicksand and dog catchers.
Wow. My memory is being lost.
Oh, my memory is so
Oh.
bad. I get so sad about it sometimes.
Yeah, but lately I'm learning to love it.
That
Because you
don't
could be
have memory?
happier.
Without memory?
Well, you could get rid of the bad memories
That's
better.
true. That's true. Yeah. I don't get rid of. I feel like my bad memories stick with me.
Those
and then my
stay,
good memories
actually.
are gone. My friends will
I
come up
guess
to me and
you're
they'll be like,
very right.
"Remember when we went to the Renaissance Fair and you threw that axe and it hit a bullseye?" And I was like, "I don't remember going to the Renaissance Fair. I don't remember any of this." And they're like, "What? That worries me." Yeah, it worries me too, guys.
No, it's
I hear
true.
you don't form memories when you're anxious and stressed, and so I don't think I've remembered anything for the last 15 years.
Oh, I guess that is so true. You do remember. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to rewire our brains and
Yeah.
fix this for future generations.
I know. I need to fix myself.
Damn.
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 Fucking capitalism, man.
What are we gonna fucking do?
I need a sitcom.
Yes! Me too. I'll take one too.
Yeah, both just one for each of us, or the same one.
Same one would be
Let's
so
do the same
fun.
one. Yay. We need more white leads in sitcoms.
I say that every day.
Me too. I'm watching all these sitcoms like,
Oh,
I can't relate to this.
Nothing.
I need
nothing.
5 white friends living in New York again.
One girl, 4 guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We're ready. And don't worry, I'll only date one of them. And it'll take the whole seasons
Yeah.
to figure it out.
5 seasons, and then you're at that point where the show goes longer than they thought, and you're like, well, I guess they're getting married now. Now
Yeah.
there's a baby, I guess.
Oh, is this Friends?
This is Friends.
This is Friends.
And then Joey starts dating Rachel, and you're like, forced.
that
Jump in the
was
shark.
so forced.
So
that
forced.
did not need to happen.
Disgusting.
No one talks about this enough.
No one. Yeah.
No, that was so unnecessary.
Everyone's focused on that war in Ukraine. No one is
No
talking
one.
about Joey
Joey
shouldn't have
and
dated
Rachel.
Rachel. Horrifying. So Frasier never found love.
He didn't need it.
No, he didn't need it.
No.
He's back. Frasier's back. Another sitcom I didn't get. Damn.
Well, I guess let's just then get into our jokes,
Yeah.
and then the jokes will turn into our own sitcom.
Yay!
Okay. So, did you think you could choose? Do you want to start out with a moment that you did make into a joke, or a moment that is not yet a joke or not going to be a joke?
I have one that's not going to be a joke.
Okay.
Because, and not for lack of trying, I've like tried to figure it out, but I just think it's like not as funny to other people outside of the horrifying memory that it is for me.
I've had that happen.
Yeah. Do I say it now?
Yeah,
Do I
yeah.
tell the story?
Tell the
Yay!
story.
So I was on a Disney Channel show for like 4 years, from like when I was like
a long
17 to
time.
21. Yeah, it was a long time. It was awesome. It diluted my sense of reality because now I'm not on it. I'm like, I want to skip the lines at Disneyland.
Right. You still should be able to always.
I know that should be it. As soon as the show ends, they're like, wait in the back of the line.
That's messed up.
So messed up.
Ugh.
But I was doing this show, and we were in like season 2 or 3. And there was this thing that happened a lot where they would bring Make-A-Wish kids to come, and that would be their wish. And the majority of the time, these kids are terminally ill.
Oh,
And it's very sad. But
that
then
is-
every once in a while, there'd be like one kid who like lost both his legs. And you'd be like, all right, you're going to live though, so get the fuck out of here. Like, wheel this kid away and get me some kid that's going to die. But but there was this little girl that had cancer. And this was in like 2015. So like transport yourself back to 2015. Think about what was hot and what was being said.
Okay.
Because I'm on this set with this little girl, and I'm giving her a tour, and I'm showing her, everything, just trying to. It was really, honestly, it's one thing that makes it really hard to make a joke out of it is because it was a lot of pressure to put on me as a young, I was like 19 or whatever.
Yeah.
To put on somebody that's 19 to be like, well, this one kid's last dying wish is to come watch you do work, and if it's not special, she'll die, and it'll suck for her. And so it was like everything. Like I was doing, so like trying to introduce her to bring her around the lot, show her to the other shows, and be like, this is the hidden secret. This is a Parker tunnel. Like so many different things. And it came to be lunchtime. And she couldn't eat. She was feeling nauseous because just the smell of all the food being cooked in this big stadium made her sick because she's sick.
Oh,
She was like going through chemo, and so I brought her and I was like, "Oh, we'll go back on the set. Nobody's there, so it'll be really cool. It'll be just us."
Mm-hmm.
And we go with like her family and the Make-A-Wish coordinator. I don't know. Handler sounds bad. That's for the kid with no legs. I had to handle him and drag him around. But she brought it in. I was like, is there anything you could eat? Like Crafty has anything you can imagine. So what's like the one thing? And she goes, Cool Ranch Doritos. And I was like, fuck yeah. I know for a fact we have Cool Ranch Doritos. So I went back ran back to Crafty, got an entire box of Cool Ranch Doritos. And then I come and I go to this little girl and I was like, oh, I was like, I could get one, but I just got you an entire box of Cool Ranch Doritos. You know, because YOLO, you only live once.
No!
Oh my, it's like something I try to make a joke because I gotta stop feeling horrible about it.
You have to make this work.
I can't. I don't think I can because then you say it and like you have to preface it with like that Drake song was huge at that time. Everybody was saying YOLO. Like it was a part of the vernacular.
Oh my. Did you know what it meant?
To this day, I'm convinced that my memory of it is altered by the trauma that it caused me.
Probably.
But I don't think so in
Okay.
real life. But it was just, I don't know. It was like I tried so hard and then I just ended it with being like, you get one life and yours is hella short. Here's Cool Ranch Doritos. It was awful.
That is crazy.
My God. And I've tried to write it into a joke, but I just can't find the angle that doesn't make me look like a horrible person.
Well, you're not a horrible person. You meant well.
I kind of, yeah, I mean, I did mean well. And now only one of us is alive to remember.
Oh my God. That is such a crazy thing.
Oh, it was awful.
That is like the best story.
And then
Worst, I mean awful, of course. We feel
horrible
awful
story,
for the
yeah.
girl.
But so stupid. And then to think, like, I haven't said YOLO since. You only live once. That's the motto. And then I stopped singing like it's the N-word.
That's the joke. That's so funny. That's so funny.
It was a nightmare. Once you texted me that we have to tell that story, I was like, I should tell that story. But I also, every time I'm breaking out. My palms are sweaty thinking about that.
Oh my goodness.
Awful.
Oh, you just have to tell yourself whether it's true or not. She did not know.
Yeah, I don't
what
think she
YOLO
did.
meant.
I really don't think she did. But I literally stopped myself after saying, like, I clarified. I was like, YOLO, you only live once. Swallow it, Joey. No. Oh, God. I just feel so bad about that.
That's crazy. I can't believe that happened.
And then she left with an entire box of Cool Ranch Doritos. Then our crafty guy was like, who stole my Cool Ranch Doritos?
She deserved it. YOLO.
Fucking nightmare.
Oh my God. That is like,
yeah,
that's
right?
something.
And it's so much pressure to put on somebody so young to be like,
yeah.
this little kid's dying wish. And if you screw up, then, like, I don't know. I just think about, like, so much of me now is like, you put me in a bad position.
They did.
Yeah.
They totally did.
Yeah.
Even just, like, I think, like, meetings, being that young and meeting a kid that's dying, I feel like that by itself is traumatizing. Like, I've never had to deal with that
It's
or
awful.
want to.
I read at the Children's Hospital every
That's
few
sweet.
years.
I saw that on, like, when you look at community service stuff.
Yeah.
On days I have a lot of caffeine and think I have free time.
Going through a manic episode.
Yeah, like, I need to do more for the community.
Do more for the kids.
But I've seen that. You've done that?
Uh-huh. It's really rewarding and
I'm
great.
sure.
Yeah. But there's the silly part is that they're still kids. Like they're as horrible as the lives they're living, they'll still be like, I don't like this story.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I'm trying my fucking best. I didn't pick this one. You picked this one.
There's I forgot who sent it to me, but somebody sent me this kid in class that just like said to the teacher, like, shut up, bitch, or like something like that. And it was coming from like a tiny little thing, and you're like, what?
And you realize why the Bad News Bears was such a massive hit.
You're right.
Kids say fuck for the first time ever.
Totally. Oh man. Well, that is.
And really bring the mood down here, Joey. Come on.
No, that was like. I thought Seth's story was pretty crazy. He had this crazy Mormon story, but that story is...
Seth's whole shtick is crazy Mormon stories.
I love Seth.
Me too.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try to figure out anything I could think of to help you make that into a joke.
I mean, please do, because it really is like, it's the release that I would get from getting something out of it that is more than just like shivers when I think about it.
You know where you should come with me to? So the fourth wall... don't know if you've ever
Yeah,
been.
you've lost me. No,
Even
yeah.
if you knew
Hollywood
what it
one?
was.
The cafe or the
No, so
NoHo?
NoHo, they say the darkest stuff.
Yeah.
And you would be able to practice that joke without having to worry about anyone feeling bad for the child.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, no fourth wall. They're going to be on my side of that
They
story.
will all be
Yeah.
like, that's so funny.
Yeah, I live like right down the street from the fourth
Really?
wall. So I go like once a week. Yeah, it is an unforgiving place to go do comedy.
That's the thing. You have to remember, if they laugh at something there, you don't know if a real audience will laugh at that.
Yeah.
Because they just want you to say the most messed up thing.
It's the only comedy club where the pictures on the walls are of comedians that have never heard of the fourth wall.
Yeah, that's very true. One of them. One, Joey, I think. But that's it. The rest of them will never know.
Yeah. And it's, I love going to, I love that the fourth wall is so accessible to me. And I love that I go and can do it, and it's like slotted. I love the idea of the fourth wall, but I never leave there going like, God, I feel great.
No, that's what you go there to feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You go there to say, do better, get that sitcom.
Yeah.
You need to get that sitcom.
Sitcom, or you'll spend the rest of your life at the fourth wall.
Get the sitcom. Manifest. I'm gonna manifest today.
Golly.
Oh, well, that story was amazing. But did you have one that you made into a joke, or do you want to just end on that one?
I mean, I do. I'm doing a show that I produce. It's a monthly show at the Crow in Santa Monica.
Yeah, that's where Macy Isaacs does her show.
Yeah. It's my show's called I Don't Want to Do This Anymore, and it's about like Hollywood horror stories
that
fun. Are told that made you want to give up your
not
dreams
do it anymore.
and not do it anymore. Yeah. And I had this thing that I'm gonna tell on stage. I've told it like a few times. But the audition process for the Disney Channel show was so strange and like unforgiving, and just was the only idea of what Hollywood was to me at the time.
You were 16?
I was like 15 or 16. And my eyes cross when I take off my I have a lazy. I'm blind in my right eye, so I have a lazy eye.
You're fully blind?
I see like this far, but then this eye takes over. I have just an extreme astigmatism.
That's crazy that only when the glasses come off.
I know, right?
That's cool. It's kind of like a magic trick.
It is like a magic trick. And it's such a real, a blessing, honestly, for doing what I do, because that would have to be my whole shtick.
Totally.
But, I don't even remember showing anybody or talking about it in this thing, but I have, I'm doing an audition for the Liv and Maddie show. And it's like 30 people in this room, and it's all the heads of Disney Channel, all the producers. It's a lot of people. And I was already doing stand-up at the time, so they had me come in and do like 10 minutes of stand-up for this room.
Oh my
after
gosh,
an audition.
that's so nerve-wracking.
It was so nerve-wracking. And it was so like one of those things where you get done with it, and it's just that like release of it had so much pent-up anxiety about something, and then it's done. And I did the audition sides. I did the stand up, and then I'm heading out. And the head of Disney Channel, the guy that was like, no, I found Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus, goes, "Hey Joey, before you leave, pop off those glasses and show everybody here your crazy eye." What? I know. And then I did it.
I mean, of course I
did it. Yeah. And I'm like, laugh at me. Give me the job, please.
No way.
I know. And then in the joke that I tell, I'm always like, what's I couldn't imagine, like, this is so silly. They would have me like show my little disability as like a final, like, and then now he's good.
He's got it. He's cool with it.
Walked out in the lobby, and I saw them wheeling in the next guy. Show us your draggy legs.
I can't believe that happened.
I know.
What?
So many things like that happen where, like, not until I'm an adult do I think about it and go, wait a second.
Once you process it.
Yeah. It's just, it was
Why don't you pop off those glasses?
Show everybody your crazy eye.
Oh my God.
Like, please, I'm desperate at this point. Like, I want this job so bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They're going to lose it. You have to record your set at the Crow telling that story.
Yeah, right?
That's going to be good.
I know. And some of the Disney people are coming to the shows. I'm like, oh, God. Here we go.
They'll laugh because I'm sure they'll love it even more because they know it.
It is so, it's one of those, I think that it should be mandatory that anybody under the age of, I guess 18, but realistically, anybody that's young that is doing one of those shows, mandatory should go to therapy.
I agree.
It took like a mental breakdown for me to start going to therapy, and I don't think that should be the case. I
No.
think nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just nip it.
Nip it.
It should be on set. Like everyone has like 30 minutes with someone.
Yeah, exactly. Because things like that, the Make-A-Wish kid, where I just didn't know how to feel about it. It was this whole new world for me, and I think like I feel so self-important, and then you realize that this one person's last dying wish was to just watch you do work, and then it's like, oh, why?
Oh,
Why is it special when I'm
no.
farting in a microphone for 2 hours?
I think that's special.
Yeah.
I love farts.
Ugh.
And so did she.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Oh, man. All right. Well, you freaking A. Those are amazing stories. Thank you for sharing them.
Come to my show at the Crow.
Yeah, I was going to say, first of all, I always forget to say people's names. Joey Bragg, everybody.
Yay.
Yeah, do you have anything to plug before we go?
Not really. I'm doing, I don't want to do this anymore at the Crow every month. The first one's April 12th, and the second
Great.
one is May. So
The link will be below.
link will be below, and I'm pretty sure it's happening. So
It will, because the first one's gonna do so good.
It's gonna be so
That's
good.
an awesome venue, too.
It is. I love the Crow.
It's really
It's also
cool.
like woman owned, which I
Mhm.
love. I love Nicole.
Yeah.
And
That's actually where we met.
yeah, it is where we met.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, look at
fixing
that.
my tripod.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
a funky tripod. Wasn't your fault.
Spent too much money, and then this is an Amazon Basics
Yep,
tripod.
that was it.
I knew it. God
But
damn. It's
in
so.
that closet, there are 10 other tripods
Oh really?
that I don't like.
The one I like. I don't want to go. The reason I like it is because it fits in my backpack.
That's
It like becomes super tall, but then also becomes super small.
maybe I actually need to get the name of this tripod.
You should. Yeah, it's a
Let's
grower,
get-
not a
and
shower.
That's what I want. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you for watching.
Yay.
Yay. Bye.
It's so fun. Bye.
Don't forget to check out my Patreon where Joey and I talk about a very embarrassing relationship story. Thank you so much for checking it out.